When I walk through the conservatory, I see the tremendous diversity of tropical plants. Plants that have interesting ways of solving the problems that plants face in the environment. How plants capture light, how plants capture nutrients. These are all questions that come to mind as I walk through the conservatory.
The Wertheim Conservatory is a very prominent feature on the northern end of the science area of FIU campus. It's got a fairly tall glass house with 3 levels.
The purpose of the conservatory is to grow plants for research and teaching. These are plants that cannot be grown outside.
Inside you can see, quite spectacular, exotic, tropical-looking plants. There's cacao trees that are always fruiting. Chocolate trees right here in South Florida with chocolate fruit right there.
And Dr. Wertheim in particular loves plants, he loves trees. So it was only natural that he would see that FIU had a distinct capability in tropical botany. And he not only talked it, he walked it, he invested in it. It was really our first major private sector gift, our first philanthropy. And I've often said that the Wertheims believed in FIU before FIU believed in FIU, and I think the conservatory is really the best example.
The Wertheim Conservatory and adjacent greenhouses are used for research here on campus. We have professors that are looking at anatomy and morphology, structure of plants, and they're using plants that we grow here on campus.
Well, the conservatory is an essential element of a botanist's toolkit because the conservatory allows the specialist to grow and cultivate plants, to understand in a controlled environment what are the conditions that allow those plants to thrive on one hand, and what are the conditions that allow those plants not to thrive on the other.
So we have students working in the conservatory and greenhouses on a number of topics related to plant biology, plant tolerance to salinity, plant tolerance to flooding, plant tolerance to very low light environments.
Some of the plants that we grow in the conservatory are plants that need the extra protection that the conservatory gives, and some of the star attractions are the cacao trees. We have 2 cacao trees. We have plants representing all the major plant groups, so everything from mosses, little tiny microscopic almost plants. We have liverworts, we have ferns, we have conifers, things like cycads, and we of course have flowering plants. The conservatory is a destination for student groups, not just FIU students, but students from all over South Florida that come to see the tropical plants that we have in the conservatory.
If I were a stressed out student, I would be spending a lot of time in the Wertheim Conservatory because it's a very, very relaxing place to go.
So many times I talk to students that I find in the conservatory and they tell me it's the first time they've been in there, they didn't realize that they could come in. It's a hidden gem here on campus.